I'm Adam Handing, chef owner of the Frog Restaurant in London. So the dish I'm going to make today using Kikkoman's natural brewed soy sauce is barbecued beef, aubergine and shiso. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my marinade ready for my beef, which is pretty much using that soy sauce as that base. Done with a little bit of sesame seed oil, lots of different types of onions, spring onions, and we're going to marinate that for 24 hours till it basically draws out and cures the beef before we barbecue it. One of the things I love to do is cure things, cure fish, cure meat, and I think something as robust as beef, curing it in soy makes that when you barbecue it, it gets more caramelization on it, the umami is really high, and you don't necessarily need to use salt on cooking the dish. The natural flavors of the soy bring out the sweetness of the meat. So after it's been marinated for 24 hours, we're going to take it out and we're just going to put it on a barbecue that's relatively quite hot, and you want to caramelize that beef so the natural sugars of the soy and of the meat itself caramelize and get smoky and delicious. After the beef is nicely caramelized, just let it rest for like 5 minutes just so it can just calm down before you slice it in half. I've made a puree, but I've made it in advance. It's salted and then roasted aubergines, and then we've added lots of spices to it. And when blending the puree, I finish it with the Kikkoman's natural soy sauce rather than added more salt towards the end, just to raise that umami levels of that puree. When creating a dish, for me umami is probably the most important part of creating that dish. And the thing is, it adds flavor to flavor. And the one thing I like about it is I like big flavors. I don't do subtlety very well. And I think if you concentrate on using umami rather than salt, you don't just bring the single flavors out, you bring the whole flavor out of that ingredient. So to plate up, I like to keep things very easy. On the right hand side, you're just going to add a spoon of that puree. I'm going to brush the meat with the reduced marinade, carve it in half, and then brush it again. Place it on the left hand side of the plate. You're going to garnish it with shiso leaves because they have a bit of mint, a bit of basil kind of flavors to them, and I think it works super well with the dish. And just spoon on a little bit more of the reduced marinade. It's kind of a one pot wonder kind of dish, but tastes incredible. And there you have it, my barbecued beef, aubergine and shiso.